Hi, I'm Jacqueline Parasetsky, creator of Color Me Perfect. Today we're going to talk about brows. What do you do if your clients have gappy brows or that they have spots and they just need to fill them in? Well, everybody wants the perfect brow, and of course we want fuller brows because they make us look younger and they also frame your face. So Hillary is our spa director at Skin Perfect in Ohio, and she was very gracious to allow us to demonstrate on her gorgeous brows. Now, she has had microblading before, so she did have some fill-in for her brows, but we're going to add fill-in for the areas that she still has gaps or the microblading has faded. So we're going to use the product Wonder Brow. That is our Color Me Perfect favorite brow gel. And the color we're using is Julia. Now, Julia is a nice warm brown that's going to give us a medium value, so it's not too light or not too dark. So notice I'm using an angle brush, our Color Me Perfect angle brush, to start, and I'm going to warm the product on the back of my hand. Then I'm going to brush in exactly where I need more hairs. So I'm going to start right in the front, and I'm going to brush it in. What's awesome is I'm kind of cheating because she has a little bit of the microblading strokes, but typically you want to start with the measure of the inner corner of the nose. That's where your brows should begin. And then most of us get sparse on our top. And notice that Hillary's brows turn down slightly, so we want to create more of a lift. The goal of our arch is to pull up and lift our face. So I'm going to go ahead and keep filling in the brow. And then I'm going to brush it in with what's called a spoolie. So on most of angle brushes, at the end is a spoolie, and that's what helps blend the pigment so it looks more natural. Also, she has a little bit of gaps right at the bottom of her brow. Now, you do not want to fill this too heavily because it's going to pull the brow down. So I'm just lightly filling it in. And then again, I'm going to blend. Then I'm going to step back and look, and I want to see, I want to do just a couple more right here in the front to give her brow just a nice soft start. The front should always be soft, and the mid brow to end of the brow should be slightly darker. All right, so we have our perfectly shaped eyebrow. All right, now we're going to start with Hillary's second brow. So we're going to use our Color Me Perfect product that is a brow tint with fibers. This product is really popular because it's giving your hair more hair essentially because of the fibers are attaching to the hair that you have. This also is tinting the brow. So anybody that has lighter brows, this is your answer because this is going to tint your hair color or lack thereof, I should say. Okay, so I'm going to start with brushing the fibers and the tint through. Now, whenever you need more fill-in in areas that you have gaps, you want to brush it against the skin. This is for someone who wants a more natural look. And don't worry about if you don't get it completely perfect in the shape. You can clean that up later with a spoolie brush. So we're brushing it in. And notice this area here where she was gappy, it already looks like her brow is fuller. And again, we want to focus on that top because that is typically where people lose their hair the most. And also we're trying to create lift. Okay, now that I have it brushed in, we're going to take our spoolie brush and we're going to clean up. So I'm going to clean up her top and I'm going to clean up her front. It's almost like an eraser. Then I'm going to brush it through. Now this has worked great for her almost entire brow, but I'm going to add a little bit of the Wonder Brow just to the front because she has very, very little hair right there, and I want to make it a little bit fuller and again start her brow at the front. Most people when they're doing their brows are very intimidated, but the goal is practice, 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 or you see someone like myself for permanent makeup and then just wake up perfect every day and not have to worry about it. I'm going to add a little bit of length to her tail. Okay, and blend it out. And make sure that her height is right on her brow. All right, and there we have it. Perfect eyebrows. Two different techniques. You do what's comfortable and do what type of brow you have, and your brows are gonna look flawless. See you next time.